Dit was 'n groot dag in die parlement. Selfs die stoerste oorblywende Zumaite in die kabinet het vasgenaal gesit om na Tito Mboweni se slegte nuus te luister. Hier is 'n paar hoogtepunte.
Die geld is min en die nood is groot. Met 'n geskatte ekonomiese groeikoers van slegs 1,5% vir 2019, bevind die minister van Finansies, Tito Mboweni en sy span alself in 'n moeilike situasie. Mboweni het verskeie faktore gelys wat daartoe sal lei dat motoriste meer vir brandstof sal moet opdok. Daar is 'n verhoging van 15 sent vir die brandstofheffing, 5 sent vir die padongelukkefonds en 'n 9 sent verhoging vir die koolstofbelasting. Laasgenoemde tree op 5 Junie in werking. In totaal sal petrolverbruikers dus 29 sent per liter meer betaal en dieselverbruikers 30 sent per liter. Sondebelasting het ook weer gestyg. 'n Blikkie bier kos nou 12 sent duurder, 'n pakkie sigarette kos R1.14 meer en 'n bottel whisky sal jou nou R4.54 meer uit die sak jaag. Die belastingskategorieë word nie vir inflasie aangepas nie. Die besluit vermeerder wel belastinginkomste. Daar sal egter steeds 'n tekort van R42 miljard in inkomste wees. Mboweni sê die inkomstediens sal reggerig word.
A new commissioner for SARS will be appointed in the coming weeks. Secondly, a new illicit economy unit launched in August 2018 will fight the trade in illicit cigarettes and tobacco. 3, the large business unit was a major source of tax collection, and its skill was well known and renowned. Unfortunately, over the past couple of years, this capacity has been undermined. This unit will be reintroduced and will be formally launched in early April.
Die tesourier het ook met 'n snoeisker onder verskeie staatsdepartemente se begrotings ingeklim om oor die volgende 3 jaar sowat R50 miljard te sny. Byna die helfte van die besparings sal kom uit planne om die uitgawes op die salarisse van staatswerkers in te perk.
The public sector wage bill is unsustainable. We must shift expenditure to investment. National and provincial compensation budgets will be reduced by 27 billion rand over the next 3 years.
Ondanks die kleiner begrotings en die herverdeling van fondse, sal Suid-Afrika steeds bakkant moet gaan staan.
In this coming year, we expect revenues to be about 1.58 trillion rand. And spending is going to be slightly higher. That means we will spend 248 billion more than what we earn. Put another way, we are borrowing about 1.2 billion rand every day, assuming that we don't borrow money on the weekends because of the Soweto Derby. This coming year, interest expenditures will be 209.4 billion rand. This is 1 billion rand per day.
Die verdere lenings beteken dat die land se skuldvlakke teen 2023-24 die gevaarpunt van 60% van die bruto binnelandse produk verby sal steek. Die benarde situasie by staatsentiteite help ook glad nie die land se geldsaake nie.
Isn't it about time that the country asks itself the question, do we still need all these enterprises? In October, I quoted A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. After a few months in this role as Minister of Finance, I feel that Oliver Twist might be more appropriate this time. In short, please say, may I have some more?
Mboweni sê dringende stappe word oorweeg om die situasie te probeer beredder.
Cabinet is considering a proposal to end the issue of guarantees for operational expenses. Expiration dates on guarantees will also be strictly enforced. As the President announced, strategic equity partners will be found where feasible and possible.
Dan is daar natuurlik Eskom.
We are setting aside 23 billion rand a year to financially support Eskom during its reconfiguration. The fiscal support is conditional on the appointment of an independent chief reorganization officer who will be jointly appointed by the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Public Enterprises, with a very clear mandate of delivering on the recommendations of the Presidential Task Team.
Die kragreus sal ontbondel word in 3 dele: kragopwekking, transmissie en verspreiding. In die media-konferensie voor sy toespraak het die minister oor die opwekkingsgedeelte uitgewy.
On the generation side, you can have as many players as possible. So there's no Eskom monopoly in the generation. There will be a competitive market situation on the generation side.
Geld is politiek en politiek is geld. So wat sê politieke partye oor die begrotingsrede? Ilse Leroux berig.
That budget speech was a budget that failed to recognize the difficulty of South Africa. It was a budget that was designed to almost placate a very difficult situation. South Africans need bold steps now. We should have spoken about how we sell off SOEs rather than asking a question as if it's a philosophical question. We should have spoken, we are already borrowing R1 billion a day as South Africans. Rather than that, we should have already cut the cabinet. We should by now have been ensuring that ultimately we focus on cities so that we can develop jobs. It felt like a budget where you put lipstick on a pig. It ignores that we have difficult situations, but it seeks to make it pretty on the outside.
Ons verwelkom wel die beperkings as dit praat van die salarisrekening van die staat, maar ons sê dis nie genoeg nie. Dis nou alles goed en wel om op die uitvoerende hoofde van byvoorbeeld staatsentiteite 'n beperking te plaas en selfs parlementslede wat se salarisse nie verhoog sal word nie, maar hulle moes dit ook uitgebrei het na die senior bestuur van elke staatsdepartement.
Dis eintlik 'n skande dat R69 miljard vir Eskom gegee moet word, gegee die wydverspreide staatskaping en korrupsie wat daar plaasgevind het.
Yet the nerve chicken audacity to increase fuel levies in the face of the challenges that we are faced with people having to travel and so on. So that does not bode well. It increases the price of food, and the fact that the increases to social grants are marginal compared to what people will have to spend.
Bly ingeskakel, want net hierna gesels ek in 'n paneel van 3 kenners oor wat die begroting beteken.